We'll be talking about something interesting on Sport Hangout, talking about Ballon d'Or and of course the FIFA World Cup. Remember that France are through to the semi-finals of that competition after beating the Atlas Lions of Morocco 2-0 on Tuesday to advance into the semi-finals of that competition. It promises to be interesting. Welcome to another edition of Sport Hangout. I've got my guys here, JJ and of course Joseph. Let me start with JJ. Let's start with what happened on Thursday, the game between France and Morocco. I mean, you did a lot of 8-watch yesterday for obvious reasons. I don't know the reason why you want France to be out of the FIFA World Cup, but let's talk about that game. I mean, that result, was it a surprise for you that France defeated Morocco by 2-0?
No, it's no surprise, to be honest, because this is France we're talking about, and France we know that they're one of the favorites to win this tournament.
I think they're the favorites.
They are one of the favorites. They are one of the not the favorites.
Okay.
And beating Morocco wasn't much of a surprise because France are just very coordinated. They are well-managed team, well-coached team, well-drilled in that sense of it. And whether they are going forwards or they are at the back, whichever, every department,
they are complete.
They are complete. So it was a perfect match. It was almost a total domination of the game between France and Morocco. And yes, you look at the quality of players. We've been saying that, and it's almost like a cliche now.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about the quality of stars that France they have brought to this World Cup, and looking at that, based on that alone, and the chemistry.
Yeah.
The chemistry. Kylian Mbappé, and it's like whenever he puts on that France jersey, he's a completely different player. And so we saw that happen on Thursday again. And so
8 goals now for Kylian Mbappé.
8 goals now for Kylian Mbappé.
The same amount of goals like Lionel Messi.
Except the game against Paraguay, France, they have never played a game without scoring at least 2 goals.
All right. Yeah. Joseph, I mean, if you look at France right now, they've only considered 2 goals in this competition. People are not even talking about their defensive ability, and the defense is so good. People are saying that maybe the only suspect in that team is their goalkeeper, who has not been really tested, but they've got a fantastic defense line. The midfield is perfect. The attack is also very intimidating. Kylian Mbappé has now scored 8 goals for France in this competition. Joseph, France have considered just 2 goals in this competition. Do you agree that they are one of the favorites, or they are the favorites in this competition?
Well, I can agree.
Because the issue I have with JJ is saying that they are one of the favorites. I don't want him to say that. For me, I think they are the favorites.
Ask him, why does he have such? Why does he have such an issue with me?
Well, I think it would always be a mixed point of view. Why I may understand that JJ is looking at France as being one of the favorites would be that if you're looking at the other teams in the competition, of course, France won it in 2018, Argentina won it in 2022. So maybe we have 2 overwhelming favorites, you can say. But because if you're looking at the Spanish national team, it's been a while they've won it. They won it 2010, and of course, since then, we know they've not really been solid in terms of performance. I mean, barring the Euro 2024 performance they had. If you're looking at the Belgian national team, they are a side that, of course, they've not won it. They're talking about the World Cup. If you're looking at England, they won it in 1966.
That's the only time that they won it.
Of course.
Long way back.
Even the Norwegian national team, they've never won it anyway.
But the last time they played at the World Cup was in 1998.
So it just shows you the, of course, the caliber.
I mean,
shows you.
I'm just sorry for cutting you short, because I'm a bit surprised. I mean, that one of our guys at Sport Hangout predicted that Norway was going to win the World Cup. I don't know why he said that, but continue.
Well, it was good. It was good he said it off the camera because.
Continue.
But I think at this point in time, if you're looking at overwhelming favourite, it has to be between France and Argentina. And of course, the game that was played on Thursday, it just shows you how dominant the French national team are. I can say that the revelation of Saliba, because if you're looking at it, to be honest, I'll say Didier Deschamps was not always fair on Saliba.
Yeah.
He more or less did not trust him before now. But we know Saliba right from his days at Arsenal to be a very solid, defensive-minded player. and it just makes sense pairing with Upamecano in that.
Konate has just been sitting on the bench.
No, Konate, we all know from time that this guy, sometimes he shakes, his leg shakes on the ball, so he's not really a solid player.
Okay.
But if you're looking at the goalkeeping department, yes, you rightly mentioned that Mike Magnan maybe has not really been tested. I remember, I think a particular game in their groups, during the group stages, he would have scored an own goal because he almost parried the ball into his net. So
he's a great
He's
goalkeeper.
a great goalkeeper, but it's like
AC
he does
Milan
not have
over the years.
competition in that department. I mean,
well,
just look at Brazil. Brazil
there's
has
Lucas Chavelia.
Brazil. Yeah. Okay, look at Brazil. Brazil got Alisson Becker. There's Anderson. That's it. They also have a fantastic goalkeeper.
Those two goalkeepers.
Even like the
Look at
even
Spain.
the Belgian team.
Look at Spain. David Raya.
Ederson would be starting. Look at David Raya. I don't think he started.
Yeah, he has not played any.
That would be some team's dream first.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
of course.
So
But because when you have an Unai Simon, the Bilbao goalkeeper, you know he's
I
solid.
don't know the thing about that Unai Simon that he just skips.
Yeah.
Even the England national team, you know,
There are big forward
there are a
as
lot
there,
of options.
but
Even Pope cannot enter the team. The other guys.
Okay. All right, let's quickly talk about something interesting, right?
Someone will be sitting behind the camera. You'll be throwing stone. You'll be sitting gently. You'll be throwing stone.
No.
If he decides to shut down this camera now, the whole show starts.
You can't do that. Still talking about the French national team. Let's move away from the French national team. We'll talk about something interesting about them as well. We are talking about the Ballon d'Or. That will happen later this year. And hypothetically speaking, we've been thinking about the contenders for this award. Let's stay with the French national team. Ousmane Dembélé last season won a treble with Paris Saint-Germain, the Champions League, the French Ligue 1, and the French Cup as well. More like the FA Cup in England. And for Kylian Mbappé, he went trophyless, but he scored 40 goals for Real Madrid across all competitions. So I want to start with JJ. Hypothetically speaking, if France wins the World Cup, for example, who do you think will have the advantage of winning the Ballon d'Or between Kylian Mbappé and Ousmane Dembélé? They are on the same team anyway.
Well, I think we should be clear on this because winning the World Cup, it shows an epitome of height in a player's career. That says, look, I mean, the World Cup is the greatest, the most prestigious football competition. That prize puts you at the top. And we've had instances where players have won the Ballon d'Or even without their team winning anything. There was Ronaldo, and then there was Lionel Messi. The season Messi scored 91 goals.
Yes.
Yeah, that season Barcelona went trophyless. Yet he won the Ballon d'Or. And when you look at that type of achievement, 91 goals. But then there has never been a World Cup season where a player with his team in a club side went trophyless and then went to the World Cup, went trophyless again and won the Ballon d'Or. So that gives people like Ousmane Dembélé, people like Lionel Messi a chance to be discussed in this perspective. So, well, I think if France were to win it...
But if you have to pick one between Kylian Mbappé and Ousmane Dembélé, remember that Mbappé is the star man for France, but he didn't win any trophy last season.
Exactly. Now, you look at the performance of Kylian Mbappé in this tournament. You look at his input in this tournament.
8 goals already.
Then you understand if it's really worth it or not. Mbappé was just a victim with his team at Real Madrid. Things didn't work at Real Madrid. It doesn't mean that Mbappé is not a good player, but I still think that Ousmane Dembélé is some really spectacular player as well. The way he took PSG team down to the final, and in this competition he scored 5 goals himself. He's got some assists too. It's not like he's been poor in this. As a matter of fact, the game they played yesterday in Boston, he had scored 5 goals in this tournament. He had got 4 goals in Boston. So making it like his home stadium. So when you are looking at this comparison, I think with the achievement in the club side, and if they do go on to win the World Cup,
if Kylian Mbappé wins the World Cup, most likely he's going to win the Golden Boot. We are just saying.
Yes.
So if he wins the Golden Boot, if he wins the best player of the tournament, and then he has the World Cup trophy, is that not bigger than Ousmane Dembélé, who won the French Ligue 1, the World Cup as well, and of course the Champions League? Because the advantage right now will be that Kylian Mbappé, for Ousmane Dembélé, he won something with his club side. He also has an international trophy with France. But for Kylian Mbappe, he won individual awards as well in the competition. So it's a difficult one.
Well, I think it's a difficult one, but it's quite easy too because you are winning the most valuable player in the World Cup with the Golden Boot. It doesn't make you more spectacular than others. Yes, it's the World Cup, but Mbappe, the Champions League, the French Ligue 1, and
That's Ousmane Dembélé.
the French Cup, Ousmane Dembélé. Yes, so you can't say, you can't look at these three competitions and put and just overlook or disregard Dembele's performances or impute. And then if they do win the World Cup, it's not just Mbappe that's won the World Cup. It's the whole of the team. So it's just winning the World Cup with all of these things he's won before gives Dembele just an edge over Mbappe. Yes, it's not really Mbappe's stuff. Like it's automatic. If they win the World Cup, it's going to win the.
But Joseph, let's quickly interrogate this. You know, sometimes when you are in a competition like this, you have a star man. I mean, just like we saw in 2022, Argentina won the World Cup, but Messi was not the only player in that team. But Messi got practically all the accolades of Argentina winning the World Cup. Right now for France, Kylian Mbappe is their star man. He has scored 8 goals already for France in this competition. He's not the only player scoring goals, definitely, but he's the biggest player in quote in this French national team. Now, I want to ask you, do you agree with JJ? Because last season he didn't win anything with Real Madrid, but he scored 40 goals across the competition. For you to score 40 goals across the competition is no mean feat. Do you think that if he wins the World Cup, hypothetically, do you think that he has an edge over Ousmane Dembélé, his international teammates?
Well, he may have an edge. I think right from time we're looking at a controversy with the Ballon d'Or being a French-based award, and we know that both players are actually French. Yeah. Ousmane Dembélé won it the last year, talking about 2025. And looking at how interesting it is, remember in the year 2018, the World Cup in, of course, Russia. If you saw the Golden Boot winner was Harry Kane. Yeah. He had the highest goals he had the competition highest goals scored, of course, with 6 goals.
6 goals.
But that did not give him the Ballon d'Or trophy at the end of the day, or award, you'd say, at the end of the day. Who won the Ballon d'Or in 2018? We know that there was a fairy tale run from, of course, the Croatian national team.
They go to the final.
They go to the finals.
And look at that Croatian team. That season, Luka Modric won the Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or,
And that was 2018. Did Madrid win the Champions League that season? I think they did.
Yeah, they did. He was instrumental.
So that confirms that you cannot, in a season where there's the World Cup, and you go trophyless with your team, and you go trophyless with the World Cup as well, you cannot win the battle. It's not happened.
But it's a slim one, because if you're looking at Luka Modric, I think we don't just look at the awards also. We don't just look at trophies, rather. We also look at individual performance. He was very impactful for Real Madrid that season.
That was the season that Loris Karius of Liverpool and Onana. 2018.
So there was the impact from the club side, there was the impact on the national team. If you're looking at the situation of Kylian Mbappe and, of course, Ousmane Dembélé, you can say, yes, Ousmane Dembélé won the Champions League, he won the French Ligue 1, he won the French Cup. But for Kylian Mbappe, let's also look at the impact he has had. I think for me, if he goes all the way, if France goes all the way to the final and Kylian Mbappe, and of course, if they win it, and if Kylian Mbappe has an impact, maybe he scored the winning goal, he
wins the Golden Boot.
I think that should boost his CV in terms of winning the Ballon d'Or for the first time in his career. I think, of course, it's long overdue, but being long overdue doesn't also mean you win it.
We're talking about someone who has won the UEFA Champions League. Look, the UEFA Champions League isn't just some regional competition or some league competition. This is a continental competition. Europe, the whole of Europe come together. And when we are talking about competitions, to be honest, let's be honest with ourselves. The UEFA Champions League is harder to win than the World Cup. Because there are more quality playing in the Champions League than in the World Cup. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo, for instance.
In the year 2022,
look at Cristiano Ronaldo.
When Messi won it, he didn't win the Champions League.
Yeah.
He didn't win PSG.
But Messi won the World Cup.
Okay.
Who were his direct?
Who were his
direct competitors?
That means that if Mbappe had won,
Who were his direct competitors?
Okay.
You had Mbappe.
Yeah.
What did Mbappe win in 2022?
Okay.
Mbappe was more or less like this only challenger up to that final. What did Mbappe win in 2022?
It was in finals.
He was in the final. He lost.
We lost the final. He didn't win the Champions League. If he had won the Champions League, people could have. Look, let's be frank. Let's be frank here.
Yeah.
If Mbappé and Messi are competing for something, even if Messi is 50 years old, there is something that the impact of Messi's contribution to football has done. So I'm just trying to look at what he's saying, that Mbappé, Ousmane Dembélé, you cannot overlook what he has done with PSG, especially. So we were talking about defending the Champions League.
Okay. But we're saying that in the year
apart from Real Madrid up to 2018 that won the Champions League 3 times in a row. Which other team from 2018 to 2025 did to 2026? Which other team won the Champions League and retained it the next year?
But of course, looking at the objective,
and to be honest, look at major games in the Champions League that Ousmane Dembélé changed.
Okay. Let's take the argument further.
Even in the final, he scored in the final to level the tie.
Let's take the argument further. Now, I've also heard a lot of insinuation and report on social media saying that if Messi wins the World Cup with Argentina, he could have a good shout of winning the Ballon d'Or. And I'm thinking, is it even rational for us to start thinking about that? Messi plays in the MLS. MLS is not even a league that we rate. By the way, they don't get relegated in the MLS. It's not like other leagues that they get relegated.
So they play
so it's not
like a conference.
So it's not a competitive league. So let me start with Joseph. Do you think that we should even talk about Messi in this conversation, even if he wins the World Cup?
I don't think he should be in the conversation. In the year 2022, when Messi won the Ballon d'Or, he won it because of the impact of PSG. He had just gone to the, of course, the MLS. So, of course, it wasn't the impact of the MLS that gave Lionel Messi the Ballon d'Or. So, what are we saying? Why should Messi be in the conversation?
How can somebody use MLS to win
outside
Ballon d'Or?
Europe? So, I know there's always the excuse of Messi was the first player playing in the MLS or outside Europe to win it. Of course, some years back, when Neymar was playing for Santos, he was one of their best players. He was the best player in the league. It's talking about the Brazilian league. He was in the top 10. He wasn't even close to being in the top 3. He never won the Ballon d'Or. Messi won the Ballon d'Or playing in the MLS because of the impact of PSG. So I think we should get those two, facts correctly. So when we want to make the argument of, Messi won this while playing in the MLS, let's be frank. We all know that it wasn't because of the impact of the MLS. So I think Messi being in the shout of Ballon, even Haaland should be ahead. Yeah. Haaland has won trophies in Manchester City.
Okay.
He was the highest goal scorer in the Premier League. So what are we saying?
But JJ, is it even fair? Because I know where you stand. Is it even fair for us to say 39-year-old man who plays in the MLS? You know the intensity of the MLS. So MLS is not, for me, the Saudi Arabian league is even more competitive than the MLS.
Yeah, of course.
So for you to even say because Argentina wins if Argentina wins the World Cup, we should start saying that Messi can also win the Ballon d'Or. Is it even right? In 2022, people can even understand. Messi was younger. 4 years ago, Messi was 35. Messi is now 39. A 39-year-old winning the Ballon d'Or with MLS. When you have Kylian Mbappé, when you have Lamine Yamal,
we have Dembélé.
You guys are making this conversation. The question you're asking now.
Is it fair for us to
you guys are making it highly ambiguous. Because I don't know what perspective, what metric.
No, I'm saying that.
I'm looking at the metric you are trying to judge.
The metric is outside Europe.
Is it outside Europe metric? Is it Messi being 39 years old? Is it Messi? There is honestly, there is no metric that you want to use against Messi. Actually, you are using them. You pointing out those metrics is you working in favor for Messi. Honestly, any metric you point out against Messi is you actually
somebody winning a trophy MLS with Champions League winner.
Very good. I like that. It happened in 2022
when it was because of the impact of PSG. Like I said, he had just moved to the MLS.
If he's getting the award, which team will come to represent him?
They look at the previous season.
Which team will come to represent him?
But they look at the previous season.
Which team will come to represent him?
You say
look. If you are saying MLS. And then you said something that Saudi League is more competitive than the MLS.
Yes, that's a known fact.
And that's laughable.
Really?
Yes, because look at all the players that play in the Saudi League. How many of them remain in this stage?
You just don't know.
No. This is the point I'm going. This is the point I'm driving at. When a league is competitive, it means attackers, defenders or midfielders, they must have found a way to be more advanced than those who play in less competitive leagues. Now, the so-called less competitive MLS, and you are more or less saying like it's a farmers league. You are not spelling it. That's what you are saying.
It is.
Now, MLS, where Messi play, is not competitive. But this is the same Messi that play in a farmers league that has come to the World Cup, where there are people who play in Europe, who play in Saudi League, in more competitive leagues where they play. And this is the same Messi who is topping the goal charts over...
Eight now.
He's shared.
He's still topping because he has an assist.
Okay, I think Mbappé also had an assist.
Yeah, that's...
that's
I'm talking about GA.
Goals and assists.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're still talking about Messi. The fact that, and then you're talking about age, the fact that a 39-year-old man is competing with 27-year-old, 26-year-old,
won't that be a daylight?
1-year-old. No. Look at it. The fact that Messi is 39, the other challengers are, except Hurricane that is 31 or 32.
Yes.
The others are 27, 26. Mbappé is 27. Haaland is 26. Apart from all of the fact that Messi is still competing at this stage, at this European level stage with these players are players that play against technically developed defenders week in, week out in Europe. Yet Messi has still found a way to weave his way around these people, and then he's still getting the goals. And I'm telling you, by that metric alone, you look at Lionel Messi and then you say, this is a really great player. He has, don't forget, this just concluded season, he has 50 goals and 50 assists.
MLS.
50, you just keep saying MLS.
So you can't
Even Queen Nuggets of Mexico.
You keep saying MLS. No. You keep saying MLS. You keep saying MLS. You keep saying MLS. The MLS is a FIFA recognized league.
I know.
And the MLS is
ranked where?
The MLS is getting competitive.
Even the Saudi league is ahead.
It's ahead. No, listen, it's ahead. The fact that the Saudi league is ahead, the fact that every other league may be ahead of MLS. And that by that fact alone, which makes Messi playing in less competitive league,
yes,
which means that by now Messi should have lost his competitive edge over others.
I understand.
However, Messi has come to the World Cup.
Messi plays in the starting level.
Messi comes to the World Cup.
And 10 other players.
Messi comes to the World Cup. Listen,
okay, calm down.
Messi and 10 other players, right? How is it that in the whole of Argentina team, the only other person that has the highest goal in Argentina team is one goal? Every other player share one goal. Messi has 8 goals.
Because Messi has been put as the central figure in the team.
Okay, let's
how many of the goals he scored? Honestly, go and look at the metrics. How many of the goals Messi has scored this season, this World Cup, was assisted? Except the game, the one against Cape Verde by Lisandro Martinez, and the first goal, the first of his hat-trick against Algeria. Apart from those 2 goals, the remaining 6 goals, Messi, 39 years old, still scored a 30-yard free kick in a World Cup tournament. Messi has, yes, he's missed penalties, but he has conjured up moments to defy logic. Messi is still accelerating like he's still 27 years old. Messi is at the front. Messi is in the middle of the pitch. Messi is coming back to defend. And then you are saying that this is a player that is being supported by 10. Messi is the one supporting this Argentina team, not Argentina supporting him. Yes, you see, and that's why I said the metrics. I was waiting for you to put to land because I just realized that the metrics of age, the metrics of league, all these things just play factor to show that
Messi,
in his own right, Messi is, even in the seasons where he never won Ballon d'Or, even if he doesn't win a Ballon d'Or this season, Messi is still a player that
I agree with you.
Just forget it.
I agree with you, but this is my point. We know that in terms of quality and in terms of exposure, you can't compare 2 leagues together. It's not possible. The MLS, we all know that the MLS is inferior in quotes. That you can't compare them. Now that's the reason why a player like Victor Gyökeres, for example, 2 years ago at Sporting Lisbon scored a lot of goals, and then came to Arsenal. The Premier League is different. The intensity there is different. So I'm just saying that if you put the MLS here, you put the La Liga here, and the French League on. Of course, the La Liga is bigger. The La Liga is bigger than the French League on. The French League is bigger than the MLS.
I like the example you made now.
Okay.
Victor Gyökeres.
Yes.
He was at Sporting, playing in a less competitive league.
Scored a lot of goals.
Scored a lot of goals.
Came to Arsenal. Not so many goals.
Messi, playing in a less competitive league. Now to the World Cup, which is more competitive.
World Cup is different.
And then he's scoring
World Cup
goals.
is different. You can't use
What's the difference?
To win the Ballon d'Or is a combination of your club and your international engagement.
Are you saying that Lionel Messi, because he's playing the MLS
yes,
now,
that's my argument.
shouldn't even be?
Okay,
I think I get you now. Because if Mbappé had gone to the MLS, he could have scored more.
Of course, Mbappé will score.
Of course.
That's the argument.
It doesn't work that way.
So how does it work?
But you're not in the minds of the Ballon d'Or metrics
that way.
Let me get your thought, Joseph.
I think, of course, there are different metrics to the Ballon d'Or rankings. We don't just look at it. We even look at character.
Yeah.
That was perhaps controversially one of the reasons why
Messi that should have been
Junior.
sent off. Messi that should have been sent off in the first game or second game.
There's always that
they
fair
just
play.
gave him waiver and
There's always
not giving any red card.
There's always that fair play impact in the Ballon d'Or ranking. That is why controversially, of course, Vinicius Junior did not win it. That was why Rodri of Manchester City
won it in 2024.
So what are we saying? I think for me, it just makes more sense to look at the metrics because those are the facts.
There were great players in Europe that went to MLS and struggled. So Messi going from Europe,
MLS, you are not a good player.
Is Son not a good player? Was David Villa not a good player?
Muller is not struggling. Thomas Muller is not struggling.
How is he getting them goals?
He's scoring. You cannot say
his scoring chart as when he was in Europe.
Well, it's different. Age.
So now it's age. Is Messi getting younger?
How old is Muller? How old is Messi?
Messi is older than Muller.
Yeah, I think 38, 39. Muller is 38.
What difference of
just a year?
Difference of a year.
Just what?
A year.
Oh, just a year.
If Ronaldo was in
I
MLS,
tell you something.
Do you think
the two of you are just shooting yourselves.
Ronaldo probably score more goals than
in the MLS.
Messi in the MLS.
Do you know how many goals Ronaldo scores in Saudi?
How could Ronaldo not probably score more in Portugal? In the World Cup?
No. Look at the
when they were in Spanish La Liga together, how many seasons did Ronaldo outscore Messi?
That's young Messi.
That's what?
Young Messi.
Oh, this is young Ronaldo?
Let's say.
No. You see, I said it. That the moment you mentioned Messi and those metrics, I was waiting because you took guns. The two of you took guns and then put your feet on the table and began shooting it. There are no facts and figures that you will put on the table that will make that can back you against Messi successfully. If you don't like Messi, it's one part. 30. Honestly, let's say we are part of those voting, and then you see a Messi who has won the Golden Boot, who has won the World Cup with his team at 39 years, above people like Kylian Mbappé. In fact, if Argentina win the World Cup over France, that tells you that this Messi-led team have done something really incredible. Because this France team, they have everything. They have absolutely everything. Look at Argentina team. Most of them were the players that came in 2022. So there's the age factor.
Yes, of course.
Look at this French
team. That mean they are
sometimes we just talk about experience. Sometimes experience also need body and leg to carry them. This French team, oh my word, they've got experience, they've got the leg, the age is on their side. So if Argentina were to win above these people, Messi were to win the Golden Boot, and you are chosen as part of delegations to vote your Ballon d'Or, who will you vote? Be honest. 39 years old.
Don't answer that question.
No, 39 years old.
Don't answer that. No, don't answer that.
Honestly, 39 years old, achieving all of this, that's incredible.
Don't answer that question. That question will be for
because
our audience.
I remember in 2022 when Lionel Messi when he won the World Cup. The rhetorics of Peter Drury in describing Lionel Messi and that achievement. It's unfortunate that due to FIFA restrictions, we cannot share the clip. I mean, I was listening to it. My whole body was swelling, and I felt like, and Peter Drury mentioned something that really caught my attention. He said, I don't know, he was predicting. Okay. He said that was Messi's last World Cup. And then I wonder how Peter Drury must be feeling now.
Wow.
Looking at Messi, 39,
age
in
logic.
Another World Cup, and still performing like this.
Okay. Let's anchor it, because JJ is a Messi fan, I know, but for me, just my opinion.
No, I'm a football fan.
I know.
Okay.
See, JJ,
I'm an objective football fan.
I know. It's just my.
I look football objectively.
I know. It's just my opinion that a 39-year-old man playing the MLS should not be in the conversation for Ballon d'Or.
Is he not doing well in the World Cup?
No, we are not saying that.
Look. To be honest, winning the World Cup itself is enough credential for you to be considered a Ballon d'Or winner.
Okay, let's there's
a reason why Iniesta or Xavi never won the World Cup. Never won the Ballon d'Or award. But they won the World Cup. And of course, they were crucial to Barcelona in that year.
Of course, they were not.
A lot of players never won the Ballon d'Or.
Okay, we need to.
You are talking about the period between 2010
of course.
to 2020, 2021, 2022. Which player? Messi.
Why did Benzema, for instance, not win the Ballon d'Or in 2020?
He did eventually win it in I think, which year did he win it?
2020 was the COVID year.
But they did FIFA the best award now.
It's what it is. Sometimes, Messi sometimes has a way of breaking this logic.
When Messi didn't meet the metrics,
UEFA
did not rig anything to vote him in.
Okay.
But Modric won it in 2018. Benzema won it. It's not like there were no players in between that never won it.
Okay.
Ousmane Dembélé won it. So if Messi doesn't qualify by any metrics, there is none of these people that is voting him in. It's just basic facts and figures. Okay. But if a 39-year-old, even in MLS, as you are saying, 39 years old, is scoring 50 goals and making 50 assists in a season, despite getting injured and not playing for some of the games, you just have to understand and appreciate greatness, honestly.
Okay. It's not as if we are beefing Lionel Messi. We are just trying to interrogate this. Okay, let's get your thoughts and let's get your
reactions. We are not interrogating you.
Do you think that, hypothetically, do you think that it's ideal for people to start talking about Lionel Messi in the conversation of the Ballon d'Or? For me, my opinion is that you should not talk about somebody who is playing the MLS in the Ballon d'Or conversation when somebody has won the Champions League with Paris Saint-Germain back-to-back the World Cup. So let's leave that. But let us, you guys can be the judge. Let's get your reaction.
Be the judge and the jury.
Yeah, do you think that it would be fair for us to talk about Lionel Messi?
They can give their opinion. They can't be the judge because eventually July 19 will come. We will know what happens, and then later in the season, in the year, we will know who wins the Ballon d'Or.
All right. Like, share, comment, Sports Angles.
But if Messi is even mentioned in Ballon d'Or at 39, despite playing for MLS, that Messi is still being mentioned. You look at these things and then you say that, no, this guy is just great. Please, don't ever bring Messi. Don't ever bring any negative thing about Messi when we are
because we need to anchor this podcast.
We need to anchor. But anytime we are talking about
in the next 10 years, we'll now be playing in the Japanese league.
If it's good enough, if it's good enough,
let's get your thoughts. Let's get your analysis.
Before you people used to say his number of goals, score goals and then you win. So now it's no longer goals. It's now league. Anytime it's not working in favor of you people, you will find something else. And unfortunately, anything else you find for Messi will still beat it.
Okay, we need to go right.
You don't go anywhere. Messi is still in the World Cup. You cannot go. There's no Messi on anyone. You know that Messi is still in this World Cup. Nobody is going anywhere. We are all staying glued here.
All right, that's all we have for you on Sport Hangout today. Please like, share, comment. Let's get your reaction. Do you agree with JJ?
You have to agree with me if you like football. If you know football.
I agree with Joseph that Lionel Messi should not be in the conversation. That's according to Joseph. Or JJ saying that irrespective of the fact that he's playing the MLS, he's been fantastic.
And it's been mentioned in the Ballon d'Or winners. It's been mentioned. It's been discussed.
Okay, until next time that we are going to meet, I remain Toby.
And I'm JJ. Don't forget to always
don't
subscribe,
campaign for
please.
Messi.
Subscribe to I'm campaigning for our channel. Subscribe to our channel, please, and turn on notifications so you get more updates on content as we drop them.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure on Sports Hangouts. Remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.